Alrighty, here's the video review, the last video review from the first wave of Fall of Cybertron, Shockwave. And I do think he is the best of the bunch. And here he is, kind of a flying laser platform type thing. He's just kind of a flying jet, a Cybertronian vehicle. You can see his cannon built in here to the front of the vehicle. You can see his, what's the word I'm looking for? Distinctive chest plate design up here on the back of the vehicle. Now, officially, this is the vehicle mode with these fins flipped forward. I think it looks just as cool with them flipped back. So, personal preference. This is the robot mode position. It's not the official position for them, but I kind of dig the look of it with the fins up. But either way, this is the official transformation for him with these fins forward. And either way, it looks cool. He's a pretty cool little Cybertronian attack vehicle. Now, to transform him, the first thing you want to do is pop the legs apart here. Lift this piece up a little bit, and then pop the gun out. Back here, you want to unpeg the hands here, the forearms from there. You just bring them down like that, and they're pegged in right here. Come around to the front, flip the feet up here, rotate these upper panels down around the legs, and you'll see there's a little place to tab them in right there on the lower leg. There's the peg hole right there, and there's a little tab right here on the inside of this panel, and that just goes right down there and in. And flip the feet up. And at this point, you can go ahead and flip these up. This helps gets them out of the way for the arms. But just flip the fins up. And the arms, you want to split down like this and rotate them like that, so the arms can now hinge down like this. But you do want to keep them down like this because you're going to take this piece and flip the whole thing over. And here's where it gets a little revealers on us. You remember one of the big gimmicks of the Prime revealers was that the head pops up at the end. So when you push this down, there's a little tab under here that will go up into this slot, and it will cause his head to pop up. So kind of cool. So there's that, and then you bring these up. There's some tabs on the shoulders that tab into the body. Bring his arms down, rotate them around. And then you can flip the fists out. Like that. And like that. Give him some hands. Now the gun can, if you want, store here on the back. If you don't want him having his cannon arm. He can hold the gun as a weapon in either hand. If you want to see what that looks like. So it's close. You give him the big cannon arm, but it doesn't look quite great yet. But you unpeg this, you flip his fist up in, and there's a little, you can see there's a little rectangular peg hole here in his forearm, and there's a little rectangular peg up here in the weapon itself, right there behind the post that lets him use it as a gun. And that lets you peg this on to integrate that as his actual cannon arm. So that's kind of cool. Now, one of the things that, it doesn't show you in the instructions, and at first it was baffling me, and then I remembered that a lot of them are supposed to be carrying, some of the weapons you can pick up in the game. So while this cannon is, oh, you just kind of saw it there. Well, this cannon is catered to Shockwave specifically. This piece does slip off and give you a little tri-barreled cannon that, when not attached to him, another character could carry as one of the weapons you could pick up in the game. Or you can just display him if you'd rather have the little tri-barrel rifle on his arm instead of the giant laser beam like that. You can do that as well. So yeah, there's a neat little function. And now that we've done them all three, here's all three of them together in robot mode. You can see Prime's the smallest of the bunch. And Shockwave, if you go up to the top of Shockwave's antenna, he and Jazz are roughly the same height. Shockwave is the tallest overall if you go up all the way to the height of his fins. If you don't like these fins, you can kind of flip them back a little bit, make them less prominent on the character. So it's really up to you how you want to display them. I like the fins. It's kind of cool. So yeah, Shockwave, easily the best of the bunch. He's really nice, but they're all pretty decent once you get them in hand and play with them. Like, I love Prime's vehicle mode. Jazz is decent overall and in both modes. And Shockwave really is the winner here. I think Shockwave really is the best figure from the first wave. But yeah, aside from just being, you know, a popular fan favorite character, I just really like his design. And then just as a special treat here at the end of the video, here's a gun. It looks vaguely like the deluxe gun from the Robots in Disguise at Viacon. And it is. You can see I've cut the end off here. And taken the post and glued it up in there. Shaved off some stuff on the side. I'm going to sand that down and paint it. It hasn't been painted yet, but it's going to be painted kind of a silvery gray with some purple detailing because it is going to be for this guy. He doesn't come with his shoulder cannon. He does have some ports up there on either side of his shoulder. So you can take, if you do this little modification, if you're willing to cut it up and make your own gun, you can actually plug this right in here and give Breakdown his shoulder cannon. So, just a neat little treat to show off at the end of the video. Breakdown shoulder cannon. I'm pretty happy with it. I can't wait to get it all painted up. Probably tomorrow. Today I just ended up running from one thing to the next, finding out all these targets around me had the Ninja Turtles and the Transformers. So I spent a lot of the day running around. But there they are, though. There's Fall Cybertron Shockwave. Definitely the best of the bunch.